We all knew we'd have a larger chance of meeting celebrities after moving to Malibu, but having Vera Wang in my COM 180 class was not something I expected. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you all to my new friend Vera, and hopefully by the end of this presentation, you'll want to be her friend too. Vera was born in Jinan. It's a city in the northeastern coast of China by Beijing. Jinan is a big city. It's the capital of the province Shandong, and Vera's lived there her entire life with her parents. Both of her parents work in the finance industry. Her dad works in stocks, and her mom works in accounting. Vera went to a very competitive high school, which shows she's a dedicated student getting into Pepperdine anyways. She's known that she's wanted to study abroad for a long time, and so she was in a special class in high school that equipped her to study abroad. She took extra courses of English on top of all of her other classes, so you should be pretty impressed that she got here. She's also choosing to double major at Pepperdine, so yeah, be impressed. But while this may paint the picture of a girl who loves words and numbers, painting is actually something that Vera loves. She's a self-taught artist who started drawing at about age 5 or 6, and she was in an art club in high school. But not only does she love art for herself, she teaches it to others. She taught in Tibet for about a month. She taught art to elementary age students, things like geometric figures, landscapes, and portraits, and she also taught them the difference between domestic and foreign artists. And while this may seem like a really cool experience to travel abroad, it was kind of a challenging one. For the entire month that they were there, they lived in the school, so they didn't stay in a hotel. And cell signal was kind of spotty, so no Instagram for that time. She had to hike up to the top of this hill to even get a couple bars to make a phone call home. But it taught her a lot about compassion, which is the value that Vera values most. And while compassion is not something we come across easily, it taught her a lot about who she is and what she respects. She learned how to embrace a different culture than her own, and how to encounter it while it may be culturally shocking, but to do it with love in her heart. But you might be wondering, how did Vera get to Pepperdine, other than her amazing grades and fantastic art skills? And it was actually her teacher in high school who encouraged her to come here. Her teacher's name was Devika, and she taught philosophy at Vera's high school. Devika was an Indian lady who had taught in both India and America before moving to China. Maybe that's part of the reason Vera loves travel. But this relationship with her philosophy teacher taught her a lot, because what they would do is they would read books together outside of class and then meet up and talk about them. This is why one of Vera's double majors is philosophy. So Pepperdine, why here? She really liked the small class sizes. That relationship with her teacher was something that she valued a lot in high school, and was hoping she could get something like that here. And she also loves our Pepperdine charm, as most kids in her high school are a bit more distant and focused on school. She likes that she can interact more with students here. And she really likes the Christian atmosphere. While Vera is still figuring out what she feels about religion, her mom's a Christian, and she really values that. But there's been a couple challenges coming to Pepperdine. For one, Vera moved in on her own and survived the 16-hour flight all by herself, which is pretty remarkable if you ask me. Another thing is that she moved in with an American roommate. So there's been a couple cultural differences that they've had to work through, but don't worry, they're doing okay. And she also had a language barrier to overcome. While most of us can speak English pretty okay, she had to overcome that as well, and sometimes she still runs into the language barrier. No pun intended. As for the future, Vera hopes to move back to China and continue in finance. Like I said earlier, all of her family's worked in finance, so she's carrying on that family tradition, and it's a way that she can help others. Finance is also just really interesting to her, which is her second major, econ and philosophy. So maybe you're wondering, how did Vera become Vera Wang? Well, it's an amazing story. I'm going to leave it to her to tell you that, because Vera is an amazing person, and she's worth getting to know.